It is time for Warframe again. It is time for us to go into the arsenal, and you know what we're gonna do. We have been trying to revive weapons this entire time, so that means that obviously what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to one of my most used weapons right here, which is, of course, right up. There it is, the Latron Prime, or the Latron Prime, or Latron Prime. I don't know how the hell you want to pronounce it. The Latron Prime used to be one of. Nothing wants to sit still in Warframe now, does it? Now, the Latron Prime used to be one of the very first prime weapons in Warframe. It was like, when they made it, they were like, it's a prime, and then people were like, wow. I actually don't know if it was one of the first prime weapons in Warframe, but I do believe it became the prime before the Soma Prime and the Boltor Prime, which were back in the day the strongest prime weapons in Warframe. And this was right before that. It was like probably the very first prime weapon that I ever got, and boy did I enjoy it. This weapon right here is actually not all that great, because it just kind of fires one shot at a time. You have to keep clicking your mouse, and then you got like the Boltor Prime, the Soma Prime, and those were so much better. This right here used to be the best weapon in the game for a long time until I tried other weapons and I kind of fell in love with the Amprex, but that's for later. Now it is time for the Latron Prime, which obviously I've kind of written off because this used to be my favorite weapon way before I started making content, which was way before this time actually, because as someone recently pointed out in the comments, the last time I probably played was 2018, which is already like 6 years ago, so this was probably my favorite weapon over 10 years ago. So I never thought it'd see the light of day. But now I got Tyrannus here saying that it can be quite good. First, I believe you need to do a circuit run, just one level. You won't be using the weapons of your choice. Sounds good. So, we gotta go do the circuit, Warframe only, battle for an endless chain of missions. Let's do it. So, what we're gonna do? This right here seems to be a path where if we complete all the missions, we can get a Warframe. So you don't have to farm it. Now, we can choose our starter Warframe right here, Loki, Mag, or Rhino. Well, I'm gonna choose the starter Warframe Loki then. Look at that face. Look at your weird face. Wait, I'm using the Soma Prime! Back in the day, you used to have two weapons. That was the Boltor Prime, which would shoot literal bolts at the gun. And then you had the Soma Not Prime. And the Soma Not Prime and the Boltor were kind of like Porsches and Ferraris. Basically, both were claimed to be the strongest primary in the game. And then, something amazing happened. They released the Soma Prime. And it was, like, ground-shattering. Absolutely ground-shattering, because all of a sudden, like, this weapon, which is already as good as the famous Boltor Prime, had a prime weapon, and that was the Soma Prime, and that's why this thing became my most used primary weapon. It was just before I started content creation, this right here was the weapon. If you wanted to impress something with, if you wanted to get with the ladies, you better get yourself a Soma Prime. What happened here? There's a spinning thing here. Rel, Rap Tap Tap is here. Michel, gotta talk to you. Great. You know what's going on? We gotta conquer some sort of maze, and I'm just looking at the maze around here, and I'm just not really seeing the maze. I see a wall right here. And why are you not on the other? How come you're on that side of the wall, and how come I'm on this side, and I can't get? You're stuck? How the hell did you manage to do that? Mitch says, I need to read some extra wikis, I think. Bro, I feel you. Like, I remember playing this quest this year, but are we replaying this? This feels kind of newish. I don't remember this at all. Boy, that is wild. That would have been such a cool action shot if it wasn't such a garbage-ass looking Warframe, man. I don't know what I did with it. It's an absolute crime. And now we're fighting Loden right here.
Wear it down, but be alert.
What is happening? Michel says, Michel, I'm here, your streamer, to help you guys explain what's going on. And I can tell you that I don't know either. What I remember from this little thing is that right here we're in a like world that is controlled by the puppet of bold items. So in the game right here in Warframe, you have your Warframe, which is not you, because you're actually a little kid called the Tenno. And the Tenno had like a little accident in like a void ship where he like crashed and burned and something. He got special Tenno powers to control the Warframes, and that's why you're special. But also he didn't, because in an alternate timeline he didn't crash and burn. And basically what happened there is he turned into bold items from Hair Kick. And that is this guy right here. Hold on, no. Oh, I can't turn him into right now. And he created this world right here, where he was trapped inside from like his mind. He had a little puppet, and it was basically like his mind thing, where his puppet thing was like the ruler who basically the Groundhog Day the entire time, and he had little other puppets who were emotions. So this right here is his puppet, like Dominus Rex, and then his emotions are like Loden. I think Loden is anger or something. And we had to break all the emotions, like pull them to their extreme, so that his emotion would break and the puppet would break, and then finally we would escape this cycle. That was the entire quest. And now we're back here and we're fighting anger again. And I don't know why we're fighting, why or what, or now we've got a pet worm. Jin says playing this high with no context would definitely trip somebody the fuck out. I mean, it's tripping me the fuck out and I don't even know. I think what Warframe's weakness here is for the casual player like me or Michel is that Warframe likes to go with a very in-depth, complicated word storyline, which is very cool if you think about it if you're in the game. But if you're coming back, because it's kind of like complicated and everything has like different meanings and different layers and all the words mean the different things, like what the hell does guiding your reflection to the light mean? Because of that, what ends up happening is that if you've played the quest roughly and then you come back, there's no words that mean anything to you. Everything is kind of like, and then you're just kind of sitting there confused and it feels like you're tripping balls, but you're actually just playing the game, which feels the exact same way. Torrenta says, so now we get back to check the circuit. If it's not unlocked, then we need to do the Duviri experience, which is just the same as this, but with side objectives, which we can't ignore. All right, let's see here. So we're going to go here to the face. We're going to go to the circuit, and then we're going, yay, there's Steel Path. This is Incarnon stuff. I needed to have the Incarnon stuff. This is it. This is it. I found it. We have the Latron Incarnon Genesis. Can be installed on the Latron Wraith, the Latron Prime, and the Latron. Wow, wonderful. Tier 5. I think what we've just done is we have completed the first normal path so that we could do the steel path, which is actually where the Incarnon weapons are. And the steel path is basically your prestige level if you've completed the level already. But because I hadn't completed the normal circuit already, I had to do that. That's what I think is happening. And now we're getting into Incarnon stuff, and I don't know what the hell that means other than that it's supposed to be better. I'm going to sell some stuff for platinum. That's still something I know how to do. And I feel you, man. I feel you. Like, one thing I'm blessed with is people in the comments or here in chat help me out telling me what to do. Because if it wasn't for you guys, it would kind of be lost. I would kind of really, really be lost. Ooh. This melee is a shot! This melee is a shot! It's a gun melee! Ah, shit. Now it's officially Ruby and Warframe. Is it me, or has Ruby just kind of up and, like, gone? It seemed like a show with a lot of good premise. And then you started watching and you're like, this is going somewhere, this is going somewhere. And then it kind of just lingered around. And then it started feeling like Avatar, but not really Avatar. And then there was like one season that all of a sudden was like, holy shit, everything is happening. And then afterwards, I just kind of don't remember what happened anymore, and I kind of lost the plot. There we go, we got tier 5. Finally, time to get out of here. Latron Incarnon Genesis. Continue, please. So, what do I do now? I got an Incarnon. What do I do with Incarnon? Talk to Califero. I'm gonna go and fast travel that shit right now.
This body of mine looks like flesh, but it ain't. You can hurt it real bad, and it'll keep going.
He just said you can hurt me real bad and just keep going. Is that an invitation? Evolve Incarnon weapons. Yes, please.
Okay, bring it to life.
Ooh. Latron Incarnon is ready. We have one right here. We have one right there, and we have one right there. Now, I do want to give myself that Latron Prime, because the Prime is better. Let's go. Incarnon, we have all sorts of things right here. Wait, we can evolve it multiple times? No way. Weak point hits change Incarnon transmutation. Old fire transmutes. Switching back will expend any remaining charge. Evolution 2. Brittle target, increase base damage by 6. Minus recoil. And, wow, plus headshot damage. Dude, that's wild. The fourth evolution is the most powerful. You also can't do it yet. Oh, yeah, I need this stuff. I'm sorry to do this, but I've actually been streaming for like 3 hours, and tomorrow we have a really big ass like Black Myth Wukong stream coming up. So maybe we'll continue this on another time.